Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nai Jia, the Head of Real Estate Intelligence of PropertyGuru Group. I do market research and interesting stuff. When we think about property, when we want to invest in property, it involves a very large sum of money. But the property search process is also very long and sometimes very arduous because you need to meet different people, you need to reconcile with different people's expectations. The property market reports give you a snapshot of what happened in the past quarter. So it will let you know whether you are making the right decision, whether your decision is sound, whether you should enter the market now or later. Does it have an impact? That's what the property market report does. But more importantly, to our other stakeholders like the developers, the government, it helps them frame their business strategy, it helps them frame their policy moving forward. In most reports, research reports, in everywhere, we always have data points on transactions. Transactions are very important, don't get me wrong, but it takes a while for the demand from the start of the property journey to the transactions. Many times, people will start searching for their properties on PropertyGuru.com, Malaysia, or IPP. Now, with our platform data, we can see the impact of policies, increase in interest rates, and the happenings of the external environment on property market. So it is a leading indicator. So when we look at many research reports in the market, many of them uses transaction data. Transaction data is a very useful way to understand what is the demand like, whether the market is frothing, doing very well, or not doing that well. And what comes after that usually is the impact on the prices. But our indicators are leading indicators because we capture the impacts of external environment on our platform. This gives us an idea of what is going to come next 3 months later. Now, for developers, the main challenge to them is to understand different segments of the market and what is going to happen to the market. This will impact on their strategies in terms of repurposing their existing strategies, repurposing on their existing buildings, changing their marketing strategies, or land acquisition strategies. Now, for agents, they need to know where is the next hotspot. And our reports using data from our platform help them identify where they could identify where their potential pot of clients are. The Malaysian residential market is actually currently in a very interesting state. We see prices going higher. Asking prices are increasing in this quarter, but interestingly, the demand has continued to come down. Why? Now, first, the sellers are reluctant to lower their price. Developers are unlikely to lower their price because of higher interest rates, higher cost of construction. On the flip side, buyers or property seekers find that property prices are going higher, so demand actually also recalibrated. They recalibrated their positions, rethinking what type of properties they should go next. So what we are seeing now is a high price but lower demand situation. When buyers and sellers look at our PMR, they need to understand what are the trends like. Now, the data may change due to, especially on a quarterly basis, it can be very volatile. But on a trend basis, it will tell you whether the market is healthy, going up or going down. So I will urge the readers to look at the trends. The second part is how people are behaving with respect to the fast evolving market conditions. We see that people are moving away from the city central, moving towards affordable homes. That is going to be the trend to go. That also means that for buyers who are looking for places in the city central, they may have to relook their options quickly before the homes, even in the fringe areas, are snapped up. When we look at the whole market, there are certain segments that have been doing well, continues to do well. What happens is when the market is very uncertain, we always see that people flock towards neighborhoods they are familiar, that they know have seen or experienced price appreciation, and that will continue. So some of the neighborhoods that are traditionally very strong, like Wong Kiara, Cheras, that already have seen a lot of demand in recent times, will continue to flourish. Separately, we also see some neighborhoods in Johor doing very well. We've seen that some of the buyers or property seekers are from Singapore or Malaysian PRs who find that the cost of renting in Singapore is too high and find that it's more affordable to be in Johor. I expect the conditions to persist in Q3. Housing prices or asking prices are unlikely to come down because the economic fundamentals are still relatively strong. Unemployment rates remains to be low, and we are unlikely to see a spike in this foreclosure sales that will lower the price. But that being said, demand is likely to slow. What it means here is buyers are even more uncertain and they prefer to stay put. The number of listings in the platform or number of listings that buyers can find are also likely to diminish because a lot of owners are likely to recalibrate their positions. So we may see more activity maybe in Q4 or next year, but we may see a slowdown in activity overall in the next quarter. To get the full report, click the link in the description.